Major League Baseball, what are we doing? What are we doing right now? Because what just happened in the Tim Anderson whole bat flip debacle is absolutely ridiculous. This cannot happen. What kind of precedent are we trying to send here? Because right now, Major League Baseball has an image issue, and it's not an image that's something bad. It's on Major League Baseball. It's completely their fault. It's unbelievable that Tim Anderson gets suspended for what happened after his bat flip. He flipped the bat, he gets drilled his next at bat, and he, one, got ejected from the game. Like, what? How? And then two, he gets suspended by Major League Baseball for one game. Now listen, it's a one-game suspension, but the reason that I'm upset about this, the reason that I wanted to make a video about it and talk about it, is because it's absolutely absurd. He did nothing wrong. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what happened with the Tim Anderson situation, how for some reason he gets suspended for a game, how Brad Keller only gets 5 games, which is essentially the same suspension. We're going to talk about why this is a problem for Major League Baseball and how they need to do a better job handling this the next time, and all the other stuff that's going on in baseball right now in this video. So if you do enjoy it, make sure to leave a like. It's the best way to support the channel. Subscribe if you're new and you enjoy baseball content. This is the place to be. Make sure you hit that sub button. We are damn close to 50K subscribers. I can't believe it. Get in the comment section below. I'm sure this is a controversial topic, so let me know what you think. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you agree with MLB? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments below. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GiraffeNeckMarc. Links in the description down below to both of those. So I guess we kind of have to start from the beginning here and why I have such a big problem with this Tim Anderson suspension. And we got to start off with how Major League Baseball has kind of gone with their advertising campaign, their whole marketing campaign this year, which has been all about letting the kids play. I mean, they made a commercial that has been great. It was such a good move by baseball here doing the Let the Kids Play commercial. The commercial was just, it was well done, it was smart, it was simple, it was easy. You're getting some of the best players in baseball in the commercial, letting their face be recognized, giving them more of a personality, and at the end of it, it ends with Mike Trout, the guy who people consider to be one of the most boring players in baseball. He's not marketable. Rob Manfred himself has said some stuff about him where you go like, oh, what are you doing, guy? But you get Mike Trout at the end, and he says, let the kids play.
I'm gonna hit 50 home runs this year.
I'm gonna hit 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75.
I'm gonna hit 80 home runs.
Just let the kids play.
And that's what Tim Anderson was doing the other day against the Kansas City Royals. He hit a home run. He loved it. He was having fun. He was getting excited. He gave a big bat flip. Now, at the time of watching, I knew for a fact he was going to get drilled. 100% I knew he was going to get hit. Is it the right move? No. I like what the Chicago White Sox guys were saying. I like what a lot of people were saying. You want to quiet Tim Anderson? You want to quiet someone who just hit a home run off you and did a big bat flip? How about you do your job? How about you get the batter out? But that's not the point of this. I knew Brad Keller in the next at-bat was going to hit Tim Anderson. I was talking to my friends online, and I was like, guys, I'm telling you, go to the White Sox game the next time he's up at the plate. I guarantee you he's going to get hit, and I guarantee you something's going to happen. Because Tim Anderson, it was a fantastic bat flip. I loved it. The dude's having fun. Bring some passion to baseball. Baseball has such a hard time with the younger audience, specifically kids right now, because one, the game just doesn't appear to be fun if you don't know baseball. There's a lot of time where nothing is happening. And two, it doesn't seem like a sport that's fun. Football, you score a touchdown, you get to celebrate. Basketball, the players have so much personality, there's so much action going on, there's a lot of fun going on in basketball. But in baseball, it's very hard to show a kid who doesn't know how to play baseball, one, or maybe doesn't understand baseball, that it's a fun sport to play. Because the majority of the time, you are failing in baseball. So adding a bat flip, letting some emotion into the game is something baseball needs. It's so important to have emotion in this game, because otherwise, it's gonna be boring, and you're staying with the 65, 70-year-old crowd that loves nothing happening. You're sticking with the old people who grew up with the game, and it's like, respect the game, respect your elders. That is so incredibly boring. That is so incredibly counterproductive to making baseball grow as a game. You need to make the game fun again. But yeah, back to the point. Tim Anderson, big old bat flip, screaming, yelling, he's pumped. I love it. I absolutely love it. As a Royals fan, oh, I would hate it because it's like, damn it, he's showing us up. But you know how you stop him? You don't give up home runs. A player hits a home run, you're more than welcome to go crazy. You want to be a pitcher and strike someone out and you want to get a little animated on the mound? Go ahead, be my guest. I am all for everyone celebrating when they're doing stuff well. I don't care how early in the season is, as long as you're not up 25 runs or you're down 25 runs, you're not looking like an ass. But yeah, we knew something was going to happen. So he comes up the next time and Brad Keller hits him right in the butt. Nothing wrong with it. Should he have hit him? No, I don't think that he should have. But at least he wasn't headhunting. So for that, I guess I applaud him because he didn't hit him in the head. He wasn't going after somewhere crazy. He hit him in the butt. But still, how about you just get the guy out instead of hitting him? But then here's where I have the problem. What did Tim Anderson do wrong? Martin Maldonado gets right out in front of him. Tim Anderson's yelling at him, basically saying like, all right, man, I see what you're doing. And you see him at points. He raises his hands. He's like, no, listen, it's all cool. It's good. I'm like, we're not fighting. I get it, but you know, F you. Of course, as this is happening, the bench is clear, the managers come out, people start yelling at each other, emotions are starting to get a little bit flared, but there's no fighting going on. A tiny bit of pushing and shoving, but nothing is going on. We've seen a lot worse happen. I mean, we saw Yasiel Puig basically need to be held back by the entire Cincinnati Reds team because he was trying to fight the entire city of Pittsburgh at this point. But none of that was happening. Jose Abreu went right over to Tim Anderson, grabbed him, calmed him down. Everything was fine. Tim Anderson was chilling, maybe yelling a few things here or there, but there was no punches thrown, there was no pushing and shoving. It was a very calm, benches clearing brawl. It starts to calm down a little bit. Rick Renteria starts going after the coaches on the Royals. He was getting hot. I loved it. I love seeing that. He's working for his players. He's got their back. If I was playing for Rick Renteria right now, I would love it. That's a dude who I'd want to play for. Terry Collins liking the way he had his players back, because we saw, of course, Terry Collins with the whole Noah Syndergaard after he got tossed. Terry Collins lost it, and I love Terry. He's one of my favorite Mets managers of all time. It all calms down. Country Joe West, being a terrible umpire that he is, completely mishandled the situation. He actually got it calm, but then Joe West does what Joe West wants, and he holds out grudges. Tim Anderson has made comments in the past about Joe West being a horrible umpire, because let's be honest, Joe West is a god-awful umpire. The union over there, I guess, is just so strong they can't fire him. But Joe West is terrible. Horrible as an umpire. He shouldn't be doing it anymore. He's way past his time. But because of Joe West holding grudges, he gets rid of Brad Keller, which was the right decision. He hit the guy on purpose. He should be ejected from the game. But then he also ejects Tim Anderson. For what reason does Tim Anderson get ejected? The dude got hit by a pitch because he hit a home run and celebrated. Why is he being thrown out of the game? He did absolutely nothing wrong. And for those of you who said he should have acted like he's been there before, it's a gentleman's game, show respect. Shut up. Just shut up. You must be really fun to hang out with at parties. I mean, you probably go to a party and you're like, everyone, let's keep the volume down a little bit. Everybody have quiet conversation. Don't get too loud. Don't have too much fun. You don't want to have too much fun out there. So Tim Anderson gets ejected. Everyone starts to get upset over that because what did he do wrong? He hit a home run. He celebrated. Brad Keller drilled him, and Tim Anderson got a little upset. He definitely said some words. But if we're going to start ejecting players over cursing, you're going to eject every player in Major League Baseball. Because let me tell you, baseball players, being one and having gone to some Major League spring training camps and stuff like that, and having watched games, and having seen baseball players talk, they're going to curse. Which then leads to the suspension of Tim Anderson, because Tim Anderson was suspended for bad words, saying bad language. Supposedly he said some racial slurs, which if you watch over the footage, I don't know where that came. You can see his lips moving for most of the video. I don't see any racial slurs going there. And now if he did say a racial slur, yes, he should be reprimanded for that. There's no room for racism in baseball, in anywhere. Racism is bad. I don't think I need to say that. I think that's fairly obvious. But if you're telling me that he's saying the F word or he's calling Brad Keller something that I'm not gonna say on this video, I'm not trying to get demonetized. I don't understand how you hand out a suspension. I mean, Major League Baseball has a campaign out right now. Let the kids play. That's what Tim Anderson's doing. He's having fun, and it just feels like they're using this bad word. They're using this racial slur kind of thing, which again, I don't want to get too deep into it, but it seems like it's more of the bad word, which is what came out originally, and then they're like, well, it's more of a racial slur that he said. But if it's about the bad word being said, that's just an insane cop-out. That's an insane excuse that Major League Baseball is using to suspend him. He did nothing wrong. He had a baseball thrown at him 90 miles an hour. He got hit. There's no way for the batter to defend himself. The only way a batter can defend himself after getting hit is going and punching the pitcher in the face. And what did Tim Anderson do? None of that. He said his words, he calmed down, he went to first base. No punches were thrown, no pushing or shoving, nothing. It was calm. And he gets suspended. And then you're gonna suspend Brad Keller for 5 games, which sounds like it's more than one. But wait, Brad Keller's a starting pitcher. Starting pitchers go every 5 days. So you're telling me that Brad Keller, who hit Tim Anderson on purpose with a baseball, going 90 miles an hour, only misses 1 start, and Tim Anderson misses the same amount of games as him? Because Tim Anderson starts, that's 1 game. Brad Keller starts, the games that he plays in, 1 game. Absolutely ridiculous, Major League Baseball. What are we doing? What kind of precedent are you trying to set? Tim Anderson hit a home run. He celebrated. But Brad Keller, who throws a baseball 90 miles an hour at a guy, gets the same amount of time missed. 5 games for a pitcher is the equivalent to 1 game for an infielder or an outfielder or a hitter. Don't make it sound like you gave him a bigger suspension because it's got the number 5 in front of it. It's got the same impact. It's just so crazy because Major League Baseball, like, you were doing such a good job. The Let the Kids Play campaign was so good. I was so happy about it. You did the stuff in the playoffs. You've had Ken Griffey Jr. talking about Let the Kids Play. I mean, you've had some of the best players, some of the biggest names in all of baseball, talking about how they're all for the bat flips. They're all for the emotion. They're all for having fun. Baseball needs to be a more fun sport, and you do stuff like this, punishing players for doing nothing wrong, and it just completely washes away that everything you've done. The entire Let the Kids Play campaign is now just what it doesn't mean anything, because clearly it's really not that important to let the kids play because you suspended Tim Anderson for doing that. It's frustrating. As you guys know, I'm someone who loves baseball. I want more people to fall in love with the game like I have. And baseball is making it just like really difficult for kids to watch it. Kids have bad attention spans. Kids are going to video games, staying inside more, watching basketball, watching football, watching anything else besides baseball. I've coached youth baseball. I've coached 12, 13-year-olds. You know what everybody loves? Everybody loves a good bat flip. And to punish a guy for showing emotion on the field, having a bat flip, and then he gets hit, and it's just, it's so backwards. It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, a bit of a rant video. I mean, I'm definitely not in the greatest of moods. Jacob deGrom going on the injured list. He's getting an MRI tomorrow. He felt some soreness in his elbow. That is never a good sign, although the Mets say they're not worried, but I've heard this too many times with the New York Mets. Yeah, no, it's nothing, and then down the line, it's Tommy John, and the Mets, why can't they ever be happy? So a culmination of Tim Anderson getting suspended for what appears to be no reason. I mean, if he said something racist, yes, he deserves it. And then Jacob deGrom getting injured, and I got Jason Vargas on the mound for the Mets tonight. I gotta watch him pitch however many innings he goes. If he goes more than 3 innings, incredible. The Cardinals are a good team. So I can't imagine that they're gonna struggle against him. I mean, it's Jason Vargas. It's just, baseball, man. Come on. Baseball's a crazy sport. I want other people to enjoy it. Let the kids play. Let them have fun. You have commercials with players talking about it. And then you're gonna suspend a guy for doing it. It's just, it's such a bad look, man. It's bad look. I'd love to know what you guys think about this entire Tim Anderson situation down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you think he deserved to be suspended? Get in the comments. Let me know. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you enjoy the content. We talk about baseball on here every single day. So if you like baseball, this is a place to be. Hit that sub button. Plus, we're almost at 50K. So help me out. Leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it. And make sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GiraffeNeckMarc. Links in the description down below. Thank you guys for watching. That's going to be it for today. YouTube recommends you watch this video right here, as well as this is my most recent upload from yesterday, so if you haven't seen those, click through them, help support the channel. Thank you guys for watching. I have some bangers coming out tomorrow and Sunday, so make sure you check back for those, and I'll see you next time.